How do we see an exhaustion? Well, that's very interesting, right? We can see the market has given us a few kind of tips, right? 195 for zero, straight off the bat, that number jumps out to me. 195 for zero means that there were 195 aggressive sellers, right? 195 aggressive sellers, but none of them were rewarded. This tells you that passive buyers are in control, right? Buyers are stepping in this region, because if these aggressive sellers were successful, they would have drove price down. But if you just take a look at what happened, we see this, right? We see price breaking above the zone, right? So what does that tell you about the 195 for zero? Let's really bring this out, right? We saw 195 for zero, right? 195 for zero. So this is showing you all these 195 market participants hitting the bid were not successful, right? They were not successful because they would have drove price down, but they didn't, right? Price broke above the area, and this gives you the confirmation to take the long. So if you were long on the 26th of June, you did pretty well, right? So again, I would have my stop loss just below the zone. And again, I like to target at least a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? So if we just kind of play price on, we did have a very spectacular move to the upside. So this is kind of how I frame my trades, right? So just to kind of clear the charts up a little bit, right? Again, I hope these order flow series are helping, and I hope the trend exhaustion series are helping. Really good question, really good way to kind of frame the question, right? How do you see the exhaustion of a trend, right? So if we just kind of bring these two kind of trades up, right? We had one like this, which kind of rallied, and we also had our second one, my preferred one, just kind of over here. So these are the two trades you could have taken, and what you want to understand from a theoretical perspective is what was going on here and what was going on kind of over here and over here. Also, you want to understand the passive sellers failed, right? Because again, what we had over here is we had a lot of aggressive buyers, but they failed to break the level. They failed to break the level, right? They failed to break the fair value gap. And so because of that, these passive sellers failed and the aggressive sellers failed, which means we want to be buying. So that is how you find the kind of end of a trend, right? So I hope this video helps. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one.